subscribe. Tariq Radio. Watch and subscribe.
Well, let me get some calls in here because we do have a lot of people in the place, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all raise those hands. Let me get y'all in here. Let me know what's on your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, let's raise their hands. Let's get Jim Mack in the building. Mr. Jimmy Mack. Jim Mack in the building. Hop on, Jim Mack. Jim, unmute your microphone, sir.
Yo, Tariq, what's up? You hear me?
I can hear you, brother. How are you?
You know who real quiet on this Charlie Kirk thing? The Democrats.
Yeah.
Because they sit here, this is up their alley. You know, he homophobic. Guess what? He hate black people. He hate black women. But guess what? The Democrats, they real quiet on this one. You don't hear nothing from them. You know what I mean? But then they'll come around, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, they was trying to cancel Stoop. But they don't hear nothing about Charlie Kirk.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Peace, my brother.
Yeah, my man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. Y'all raise those hands. Let me get Brother Torin in the building. Brother Torin in the building. Then I'm going to get Great Black Shark in the building. Brother Torin, hop on in, sir. I'm good, brother. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. You know what's funny about this whole thing?
Yeah.
It's funny seeing these people who claim to be so much fans of edgy humor like South Park and Family Guy and everything like that. They love that kind of stuff, and they love that humor when it's about minorities or people who are disenfranchised. But now that people are making jokes about their tribal god image, now they want to start doxing people and pulling up people's addresses. It's funny to me, ain't it?
Oh, yeah. It's hilarious, man. Oh, yeah. They lose their mind when Trayvon Martin, a kid, got killed. These right wingers and white supremacists were talking about Trayvoning. They were out here making videos and pictures of themselves laying out, acting like they're dead with a bag of Skittles in their hand. Y'all remember that? How many of you guys are old enough to remember that sick ass nonsense? And don't forget, Facebook would let that shit sit on the internet too. Facebook wouldn't take that stuff down. They let that sit on the damn internet. Not only that, there were actual pictures of Trayvon Martin dead that they allowed on Facebook. Now, we, black people, we can't even say nothing about white people that's negative. It'll get taken down. We can't say nothing, let alone post a picture. You understand? So, yeah, these people are real funny style. They love to dish it, but they can't take it. They love laughing at Drewski when Drewski is mocking hood culture, but when Drewski mocked a white supremacist and mocked a redneck NASCAR fan, oh, hey, you're going too far. Uh-oh, Drewski. Oh, let's reel it back a little bit, Drewski. That's a bridge too far now. Yeah, Paul Mooney talked about how the white supremacists, yeah, those audiences, they love laughing at all the black jokes. But when he started going in on them, they want to get up and leave. Paul Mooney used to call that out all the time. He's like, oh, listen, they're like little rabbits. They're like little scared bunny rabbits. They leave. They don't want to see it. Great Black Shark, hop on, brother.
Salute, black man. Am I coming through okay, brother?
Yes, indeed. How you doing, fam?
Man, I'm doing awesome, man. I'm doing awesome. It's a beautiful time to be alive, brother. I want to build on a couple of quick things that yourself and the brother Jimmy McIntyre and Terrain Walker said. Man, what they have done, all this overt worshiping of white supremacy, see, they've gone off script far from Lee Atwater's strategy. And if the Democrats were smart, they would actually build on this and say, you know what? We crashed and burned last time because we ignored foundational Black American freedmen. Democrats, if you're smart, you would get on board, come to the table and talk business and set yourself up to get back in office, because everything that Trump is doing is easy for them to capitalize on it. But see, I'm going to tell you why I'm glad Trump and Vance and all the rest of them are doing this. A lot of times, those of us that are older, sometimes we have a hard time getting through to the younger people, some, not all, because this is the most integrated generation we've ever had. So a lot of times they tend to think we talk about racism and white supremacy. That was in the past. The thing with Charlie Kirk, and not only him, the way they're honoring him, he was a young white supremacist.
Yes.
And the fact that you see the federal government, these sports teams, all of them are honoring him, they've made a critical mistake because young people, the one thing about them is they're not stupid. Once they see the truth out in the open, now they're starting to get some of the things that the older people were telling them, and they realize this is a clear and present danger in their era, in their generation. So the thing with Donald Trump, man, they're inadvertently ushering in the fall of white supremacy, because the last point I want to make is this. Never mind the foundational Black American freedmen using the on code none FBA brothers. What's going to happen is the next Tyler Robinson, he may not pick up a gun. There are a lot of Tyler Robinsons that'll say, you know what, I'm not going to kill anybody, but now I see what's going on. And a lot of them are going to start to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And that's going to be their biggest fear. That's it, I'll land.
Yeah, my man. Real talk. And yeah, the NFL, it's interesting. They're doing some of these teams have done this moment of silence for some damn Charlie Kirk. And boy, let me show you the irony of that. The NFL, some of these teams, now there's some teams that refuse to do it, but some do it. Now that's interesting because our good brother Colin Kaepernick took a knee to honor the Black people who were unjustly killed by these race soldiers, and the NFL blacklisted him. But you're going to give praise to Charlie Kirk, who justified all of these Black people getting killed. That's all he's really known for, is justifying Black people getting killed by the damn cops. And we got to have a moment of silence for him? Boy, that's a major slap in the face. Yeah?
Tariq, he wanted to defund the NFL also.
Who, Trump?
No, Charlie. Charlie wanted to remove and end all subsidies to the NFL and to the Cowboys.
Yeah. He was a real piece of work. Yeah, and now they're giving a moment of silence for him.
It's
He also
wild.
said Trayvon Martin hunted down George Zimmerman.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier, which was horse crap. Yeah, I mentioned that.
Yeah, he's going around spreading that trash.
Yes, indeed. Now, RJ, what's going on with you, RJ?
I'm good, Tariq. Yeah, I just saw another wild quotes from Trump saying, "Smart people don't like me."
Wow. Yeah,
He's always low key dissing his own people.
yeah, they're really crashing out, man. And thank you for the call, RJ. They're really crashing out, and that's good. They're crashing out, and that's good. Let's get Humane. I think that's your name. Humane. Okay, she left. But let me tell y'all something. See, let me tell you something. Let me talk to some of the left wingers, because see, a lot of the Democrat shills, they were like, "Oh, you niggas, you're not voting for Kamala. Trump is going to win, nigga." This is good. What's going on? Do y'all see how good this shit is? This is good. This is one of the reasons why we wanted them to kind of get back in office. Do y'all see? Y'all better understand how shit. Let me tell y'all something. This is good. You see, they're crashing all the way out. Don't you see? Yeah, no. That's why we sit our ass down. Sometimes strategically, you got to sit your ass down and just let folks crash out. Don't get involved. Just sit down, let them crash out. This is a great thing. This is the main reason why I was sitting it out. Let me tell you something. You better understand how white supremacy works. This is great what's going on. Because, see, the white supremacists, the blatant ones, oh, they're dangerous to themselves. See, the thing is, the Democrat white supremacists, see, they're more sneaky and crafty. See, they know how to get us involved to undermine ourselves. They know how to run around to us and have us shoot ourselves in the foot. We said, no, we're not going to do that. So they know how to go and get a Kamami and an Obama and parade these tethers around, and we support these tethers, and these tethers are team white supremacy. So they were running that con game on us. So they're giving us the long play of white supremacy. where it's a long, drawn out process of us being undermined and erased and wiped out. It's a long process, but it's effective. So acknowledging that hustle, it stops it in its tracks, which we did. We made them crash and burn just by acknowledging their hustle. Getting a tether to run out here talking about how they make collard greens and eat soul food and they have policies completely against us. We didn't fall for that. And then folks were like, "Oh, the other side, they're open white supremacists." That's good. Y'all don't understand how good that is. Listen, these open white supremacists, y'all better understand, white supremacy thrives on hierarchy, and power makes them compete with each other. See, white supremacy is rooted in dominance and hierarchy. And once multiple white supremacists gets to certain levels of power, what happens is, just like they've always done, family, they start jockeying for top dog status and they start beating the shit out of each other. Every time. It never fails. They always have power struggles. They start backstabbing. There's internal sabotage. Their ideology is never based on unity. It's based on who gets to rule. They've always been like that. You hear me talk about Europe. When they were in Europe, see, the thing is, we're the prize. We're always the prize, but then they fight each other on who's going to get the prize. Sometimes you need to let them fight and cancel each other out. Just like when Spain and Portugal, when Spain, they first came over to the New World, they were subjugating people. Portugal, they wanted a little piece of the action, so the Catholic Church had to get involved and say, okay, look, we got a treaty. You guys can subjugate these people. You guys can subjugate these other people. So you guys won't step on each other's toes. And then England and all these other people, they wanted to get in the mix. So they said, hey, Catholic Church, what about us? They're like, no, we already got to deal with Portugal and Spain. So England said, oh, yeah, we're going to start our own church, the Church of England. We're going to become Protestants. So they had their own thing. So they were all beefing. Spain, France, Portugal, they were beefing. They were pirates. They were shooting each other, killing each other, trying to get the spoils of war. And that's the Aboriginal people. But yeah, they're going to jockey for power and fight for power. And then when they get to certain levels of power, and when power is kind of up in the air, they get a little confused and they start fighting on who's going to control us. So what bonds all of them together is them attacking us. Let's all get together and we're going to all subjugate these people. That's what's going to bind us together. Okay, so now once we have these people subjugated, now we're going to fight over who's going to rule them and who's going to get the most spoils of war. And the Anglo white supremacists, they love complaining about the Jewish white supremacists. Now the problem is really the Jews. No, what they're really saying is some of the Jewish white supremacists are not letting them in on the hustle. That's not a us problem. You're not going to drag us into that conversation. See, they want to drag us into their battles on who gets to subjugate us. No, we don't get in those battles. No, we let them crash out. Yeah. And when Trump got back in office, his rise that exposed a lot of loyalty cracks in those conservative circles. Yeah. See, what happened was when Trump got back in office, see, a lot of folks thought it was going to really unite all the white supremacists together. No, it divided them. Oh, it divided them. So all of these white supremacists, they're all fighting each other. Charlie Kirk was beefing with Nick Fuentes, and they were all snapping. Um, Steve Bannon was beefing with this person and that person. All of them were just kind of going in on each other. Because you got to understand that alt-right mindset, the white supremacy, ideologically, these people are cannibalistic. All these right-wing extremist groups, the Groypers versus Turning Point, all that goofy shit. They accuse one group of not being extreme enough, the other one, you're controlled opposition, oh, you controlled by the Jews. So it's a lot of infighting, and that leads to a lot of public fallouts. They start doxing each other. They start imploding on each other. And then somebody's going to get a damn gun, just like they did with Charlie Kirk. Yeah? Sooner or later, they're going to turn them guns on each other. White supremacy is a sick mindset. We got to understand that. And when you have allowed your mind to get sick, you can't control where the sickness is going to go. You understand? It's like a cancer. Once you get cancer in your body, if you let it go on so long, you can't control where the cancer is going to go. It just starts going every which way when you let it sit up in your damn body. And that's what the white supremacists are. That mindset is a cancer. And this is why all these white supremacists, what do? These shooters, they end up shooting each other. They sit up here soaking in all of these garbage ass white supremacist ideologies, sit up getting radicalized, and then they turn their guns on each other. They go run and shoot up a school or a church or a community center in their own community. Yeah? You see, a lot of times, once these white supremacists are in a position of power, they stop following a strategic collective agenda. So then they start trying to push for their own brand. They want to do their own little political run. So these egos just are constantly crashing and clashing. White supremacists are not team players. They're warlords fighting over the same territory. Yeah. And with these white supremacist brands, there's just so many people trying to be the main ones. You got Trump, Kirk, Fuentes, Bannon, Tucker Carlson, just all of them. All of them trying to be the top dog. So that creates bitter competition instead of cohesion, which each faction undermining others to control funding, followers, influence. You see? So they start just backstabbing each other, which is good. And scandals and legal heat that triggers a lot of self-preservation when scandals pop up like those J6 prosecutions and civil fraud trials and internal leaks. They start flipping on each other. They ain't got no loyalty to each other like that. These people, they scream loyalty, they start snitching on each other. There's so many of these people who are informants. Listen, white supremacy is built on lies, and lies collapse under scrutiny. See, when these folks start getting more and more attention and they're forced to produce actual policies or results, their lies become unsustainable. So all the infighting starts when one group calls out another group for selling out or failing the cause. So that illusion of unity breaks down when real accountability is required. And their crisis management is poor, so they just turn on each other when a tragedy strikes, just like with Charlie Kirk and getting offed. Instead of them focusing on solutions or the truth, well, all they're going to do is start scapegoating. They're going to scapegoat and point the finger. Now, there's some beef going on with Nick Fuentes, and they're pointing the finger saying that he might have had something to do with influencing the guy who off Kirk. So they're going at it right now. Yeah. So letting them rise, that oftentimes leads to their implosion. Strategically letting some of these white supremacists gain power, that accelerates their inevitable collapse. And the more exposure and responsibility they get, the more their hypocrisies and their contradictions are revealed just to the public and to their own base. And that collapse is internal. It's not external, it's internal. So we're seeing in real time how these people are goddamn hypocrites. They run around here talking about free speech. And the minute people say something about Charlie Kirk, oh, censorship, ban him, oh, got to put a law on him. Oh, we can't do that. Oh, no, 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 no. So the white supremacists are full of shit. Let me get Nikki the God. Nikki, hop on in, Nikki. Nikki the God in the building.
Can you hear me, Tariq?
I can hear you. What's up, Nikki?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good.
Hi,
Come on.
good to be up here. So this is how white supremacy works. White supremacy protects itself in life, and white supremacy protects itself in death. Charlie Kirk, he was allowed to build a whole career off of lying on us,
Yeah.
with anti-black rhetoric, and nobody stepped in and censored him. He could say whatever he wanted about foundational black Americans, and it was always brushed off as quote unquote free speech.
Right.
So now that he's gone, look at how the system moves. Any criticism of him becomes an attack. It's labeled an attack. We're told to be respectful, but they called it insensitive and tried to shut down black people for pointing out the truth about what he represented. So that's not free speech. They're just being selective. So this is the same censorship he pushed while he was alive. He worked to silence black voices around, critical theory, reparations, and the real history of America and how we built this country. And even in his death, the censorship continues. It's not just about protecting his image. It's about protecting a system that he served, a system that is set up to punish black people's voices while protecting white lies.
Yeah.
And while they are demanding silence for Charlie Kirk, look at what happened to Trey Reed, the lynching
Yeah.
at Delta State University. Around 7:05 a.m., his body was found hanging on campus. Before the day was even over, authorities were already saying that there were no signs of foul play. They rushed to a conclusion before an investigation could even begin. That tells you everything you need to know. It's a pattern. When it comes to protecting white supremacy, the system moves fast. It silences questions, it silences suspicions, it silences outrage. The same country that gives white men the freedom to lie on us, it's the same country that works overtime to erase our pain and bury the reality of foundational Black Americans in our land. Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. Let's get Kish. I can't pronounce your name. Kishin.
जी, please follow me, all space member, and follow back. Just now, I cannot speak English.
Okay, get your ass out of here. All right, let me get some more people. We ain't doing that. Don't you call up there with that curry shit, trying to finesse people. All right, let's get Hidden Hand.
Bear with me. I couldn't find my headset, but I just wanted to add one little thing. Uh, what you were saying earlier about them infighting, a lot of that could just be staged. Most white entertainment all boils down to like professional wrestling, like the heels and the pretty face and then the bad guy, and they just pretend to hate each other, and then they jerk each other off behind the scenes.
That bullet Charlie Kirk got wasn't pretend, brother.
I wasn't saying that, but I mean, I think that they want to portray that at least as left versus right, because like with the old Charlie Manson, he was trying to start a race war, right? Helter Skelter. Personally, I believe they don't care whether it's a race war, sex war, as long as it's a civil war and everybody's fighting each other. That's what they want.
All right. All right, thank you. But yeah. They're beefing for real. There's some real beefs out there with these white supremacists. Let's get Fareem. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right, brother.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, man. Your name Fareem or Farum? How to pronounce your name?
Yeah, my name is Faremi. Faremi, you try.
Faremi. Okay, there you go. What's on your mind, man?
Yeah, Faremi, good morning, good morning. Good morning, the host. Good morning, the speaker and the listener. Yeah, thank you for giving me the mic. Yeah. I was just throwing to my ex. I've been looking for a space to join. Then I saw this space. I think is people here are very active. Please, I need a followers on my ex, and I need more engagement on my tweet.
Pat, get out of here. All right. Now y'all foreigners are calling up trying to finesse followers. Hey, fella, hello, my I don't know what the space is about, but I am 6'1". I am bow-legged. I cook bushmeat very well. I'm looking for a wife. I want a 90-day fiance. I have good hygiene. I am not musty on the weekends. I use deodorant Mondays and Saturdays. And if you give me your number, I will be a good man. And if you help me get my green card, I can help you cook and clean in your home. Nigga, what the no, y'all going with that shit. Y'all don't call up, but we don't want to hear all that. Y'all don't call up here trying to find 90-day fiancés. Y'all calling up with that old scammy finessing shit. Don't start that. All right? I don't want it. Don't want it. All right, let me get some more people in here. Y'all about to piss me off with that shit. All right, let me get some more people in here. It's always the dudes. Where the women? Every now and then the women, some women from the Middle East call it, hello, I'm a single mother. I just had to sell my camel for some goat milk. Okay, ma'am. Okay. Oh, goodness. All right. At least we'll let the women do that. Why don't the women call up and say, hey, look, if your niggas want to see my titties, I have an OnlyFans, follow me. All right, that I can respect that. Okay, I can respect the women. They got titties. All right, you ain't got titties, nigga. All right, let's see who else we got. All right, slowing up the momentum of everything. All right, let's get Cal. Let's get Cal something. I don't know what your last name is. Let's get Kyle. What's up, Kyle? And I hope you're not a foreigner trying to find a fiance. Kyle?
I am not dating on X these days.
Good.
I will say that.
Good.
But I'm wondering the format of this space, sir.
We just talking, man. We up talking. What's on your mind?
Can't sleep because I can't dream.
Uh-oh.
So,
You got to put that meth pipe down, brother. That's the problem.
meth pipe, sir. Never done meth in my life,
Okay.
as far as I know.
Okay.
But unless I'm doing Adderall. But, I'm not working a robot farm with Simon Kalush. So, yeah, not anymore.
Okay, yeah, let's just put that pipe down. I think it's the pipe. Let's put that
All right, well,
put that pipe down, you get you some sleep. All right, now we getting the knuckleheads call it now. Oh, Lord. All right, if you ain't on the pipe, raise your hand so I can get you on. If you are not on the pipe, if there's no meth in your life, raise your hand. Okay, because now this is the drug hour. Oh, goodness, I don't have the energy for it. All right, let's get XRP Mike. XRP Mike. All right, XRP Mike. All right, XRP Mike. One more time. One more time. All right, let's get Vita Tao. Vita Tao in the building. Vita Tao. Unmute your mic.
Yeah, so what do you think about that hanging?
Yeah, man, this Sister Nikki that, yeah. Sounds like a lynching. They tried to say it was a suicide, which they always do. Every time this person hanging, they claim it's suicide. But what about it? What's up?
No, I just think it's terrible, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's a terrible thing.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you for the call. All right, y'all, come on now. All right, we're gonna get one more because this is about to get nuts, and I'm already tired, so I'm getting drained. I'm getting some musty energy and meth energy in here.
When there is stank on the streets, there's only one man who will bring the heat.
Hey, Rootwork Jones, why you gotta split, sugar?
These musty jive turkeys think it's a game out here. I gotta get out here and show them I mean business. Can you dig it?
None of these smelly suckers can relax because Rootwork Jones is back. Is the return of Dolomust, the Sultan of Stank. His mission? To turn Harlem into a musty mecca.
I'm going to plant a must bomb in Harlem. When it detonates, everyone in Harlem will be musty.
Rootwork Jones has to shake up the block. He has a limited time before the bomb drops.
Word on the street is Dolomus's men planted a bomb in a Cadillac in Harlem.
Thanks, Mama. Can Rootwork Jones find the bomb before it explodes?
Where is the Cadillac with the must bomb, sucker?
Or will the city go into musty mode?
There's a couple blocks over that way.
Rootwork Jones is behind the wheel. socking stanky suckers all in their grills. Come see Rootwork Jones in musty Inferno. Go to rootworkstyle.com for more info. Sucker.